Be doing a Six Samurai deck profile, and let's get started with monsters. Alright, I run 3 Keyzones. Those are real good cards to have. One just for beaters, XE, and one just to have more power. Those are real good cards. I run 3 Kagamushas. Those are real good cards to have. They're just to synchro and for fun. And if I don't pronounce some of these names right, guys, I'm sorry. I run 2 Great Shogun Shins. Those are real good cards to have. One just for beater, and one for his effect. They're real good to have in this deck. I run 2 Elder of the Six Sam. One to go with Hand of the Six Samurai, and one to have. I run 1 Hand of the Six Samurai, just to go with him, so that when you play her effect, you tribute 1 and you can destroy one of your opponent's monsters on his field. It's a real good setup right there. I run 2 Kayekis, if that's how you say his name. If I don't, that's my bad. One's for synchro, one's and all that. But it's real good to have whenever you want to bring a card out for special summon, and it's a good troll card. 1 Yaichi for set spells and trap cards. That's a real good card to have. 1 Grandmaster of the Six Samurai. That's just another good card to have because you can special summon to the field without tributing. It's a real good. I run this card for fun. It's just to have. I run Sheen Squire. That's a fun card just to have. His effect, it's real good. You can tribute to him instead of getting your monster destroyed. Zanji. That's another good card to have. Last second, disaster move. If you really need this card. Well, you don't. You can run it if you want to. You don't have to. Inishi, if that's how you say his name. I run him just to have him for power. And Yaritsi, I run him because he can attack directly to your opponent, and that's another good card to have. But let's move on to spells. Good card to have in any deck, Monster Reborn. It's a good staple to have. This one runs good with 6 Samurai. It's a 6 strike triple impact. That's a real good card to have to get rid of their set monsters, their face up monsters, their set spell and trap cards. That's a real good card to have, guys. Another good card to have, you don't have to run it, Dark Hole. It's another good card right there. It's a good little staple. This card I run for just in case if I go second, because you're rarely going to get to go first with this deck. But it's real good to have. You don't have to run it. Heavy Storm. That's just in case they have a backfield. That's a real good card. Reinforcements of the Army. That's a good card to have to add level 4 from your deck. That's that means you can bring out Yaichi or something like that, just in case. I run 3 Sheen Smokesing. That's something you have to run in this deck. Oh, you don't have to, but it's a good card to run in this deck. Just to pull from your deck. These 2 cards you should run 3. 6 Samurai United, just to pull more, be able to draw more for more of a troll effect. But that's a real good card to have. You should run 3 of those. 2 MSTs. Those are real good cards to have in this deck. Real good cards. You don't have to run these next 2 cards, but this card is good. Sheen's Dojo. That's a real good card to pull for more of a troll effect. Great Gateway of the Six. That is an awesome card to have. A very awesome card. I run it, but you don't have to. Let's go ahead and go to traps, guys. Let's see what we got going on over here. These 2 cards are good to run in any deck. Mirror Force. Those are real good. You should run those. Those are awesome to have. You don't have to run this card, but I do. Bottomless Trap. That is another awesome card to have, guys. Just for small occasions. Dark Bribe. It's like 7 tools, but you don't have to pay 1,000 life points. It is a real good card, guys. Real good. You should run it. Fiendish Chain. That is a must-have in this deck. Must-have. Just to protect your monster so that you can actually have a turn to synchro or something. I run Double-Edged Sword Technique. That is another good card. Last second thing. Just to bring out monsters from the grave. But downfall of this card, you do have to pay their damage at the end, their attacks at the end of your turn. But if you bring this out, you can synchro with these, and then if you synchro, you do not have to pay for the attacks. So that's another good card to have. Run 3 of those guys. 3. That's a real good card. And this card you should run 2, but I only run 1, but I'm searching for number 2. But this card, it's a real good card to have. That's another killer and trap cards and other staples. That's a real good card, guys. Let's go ahead and go to my synchros and basically my extra deck. I run, well, in my extra deck I have 3 Shadow of the Sixth Sam. It's a good card to have, just to have him, that, you know, make it look awesome. I run 139 Utopia. You don't have to run him, I just have him. I run a number 17 Leviathan Dragon. His effect is awesome, guys. You should run him, but you don't have to. This card right here that I'm about to show you is real good. It gives you a lot of power. This is like for one of the OTK turns that you want to have. Heroic Challenger Excalibur. That is a good card, guys. A real good card. You should try to get that card. Blade Armor Ninja. That is another good card to have. That's an excellent card. It allows you to attack twice once you detach. It's an awesome card. A must have in this deck, guys, is Legendary Six Samurai Shien. Or Shien. Yeah, that's how you say it. This card is a must have with any Six Samurai card deck. This is a must have, guys. You must run this card. You don't have to run this card, but I do. It's a Iron Chain Dragon. It's good because you can kill their deck if you inflict damage. It's a real awesome card, guys. Another good card, number 34, Terrorbite. It's an awesome card, guys. Wind Up Zinman, Zinmans. That's a good card just to have, just to throw out there in defense. Another good card is Underworld Fighter. This card right here. He's a real good monster just to have. Another must-have with this deck. It goes perfect with it, guys. Colossal Fighter. This deck will save your ass. It will save you, guys. And sorry for the language, but this card will save you at the end. It's another OTK person. And this card right here, just to have, guys. You know, this is a deck profile. It's not fully complete. This is just like a beginner deck of 6 Samurais. And you know, it's always good just to start somewhere. But that's my thing on deck profile for 6 Samurai, guys. Subscribe, please. Thank you.